Some people just can't slow down. Even in the dead of winter, they crave the thrill of speed. Richard Warner, an industrial mechanic from Gimli, Manitoba, is just like that. And he gets his kicks from snowmobiling fast. But although he races against his friends at home, he really wanted to get astride a Formula One racing machine. We brought Richard to the World Series Snowmobile Championship at Eganville, Ontario.
Joseph Armand Bombardier was 15 when he strapped the engine of his father's car to a sled and took off across a snowy field. Richard Warner was 15 when he had his first snowmobile ride. Just like Bombardier, he's been hooked ever since.
I've been sitting on snowmobiles since 1966, about 18 years. Oh, I feel more at home on a snowmobile than most people in their living rooms, actually. And I could sit on one day a night.
Bombardier had no idea how far snowmobiles would come or how fast they would go. But here at the World Series of Snowmobiling, Richard Warner is about to find out.
My sister asked me if there was anything in the world I'd want, no matter how rich I was, like if there's anything I'd particularly like to do. And that would be, I told her, to drive one of the factory racing machines. I didn't ever think I'd ever get a chance.
Well, Richard, you've come to the right place. The best drivers in the world have converged on Eganville, Ontario. Their machines are being primed. Among the teams, the famous Van Dolders, 18 years of professional experience, here to give you your thrill of a lifetime.
I've never driven an independent front-end machine.
Well, you have to get driving one of these.
Yeah, well, that would be something, all
You have
right.
race on ice tracks.
Yeah.
But racing is the business of the day, and the finals have yet to be run. Richard watches as Peter Van Doler checks out his machine. In a few moments, Peter will go for the big one. They're on the track just seconds from the start. Richard is as tense as any of the drivers. They're off. It's a 3-lap race at speeds topping 130 kilometers an hour. Van Dolder's in the lead, and Richard Warner's in his element. Van Dolder has taken the Super Mod 1 championship. Richard couldn't be happier if he'd won it himself, but the best is yet to come. The day after the race, the track is empty, except, of course, for the Van Dolder team.
Hey, Bobby, come around here and open up. Let's get at her, eh? Come on, Buzz.
They aim to put Richard through his paces.
Yeah.
As on every race day, there's lots of work to be done before the machines are let loose on the track.
All right, got her, guys?
Little does Richard know that this is the monster he'll drive. A Bombardier Snow Pro Twin Track, a 340 cubic centimeter engine with a 94 horsepower kick. Top of the line, Formula One. In the meantime, Richard has a chance to get down and dirty, to really get the feel of these engines. Here, a carburetor jet is replaced to feed just enough fuel to suit the weather.
This one likes running the jet of Scott, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Doesn't want to change.
Skis are checked and adjusted to give the machines more bite. Every piece of equipment is tested for maximum performance. And speaking of performance, what's a proper racer without the proper duds?
Guess what? I got you another suit. I want you to put some leathers on when you're out there with us.
Okay.
We brought one of Peter's suits with us.
Okay.
All right?
All right, yeah.
All right, there you go.
And here he comes, ready for action.
You're ready? All right.
Ready to
You
go.
look pretty good with that tape on.
Yeah, all right.
The tape will keep his visor from fogging up, but nothing can keep his stomach from fluttering. And now it's time to ride.
This is unreal.
Correction, Richard, this is definitely for real. How do you feel?
A little shaky.
And how does Andy Van Dolder rate Richard Warner's chances?
Well, I'm rooting for the man. I think he can do it.
I wouldn't bet any odds on me winning this one.
The starter is ready, the men are ready, and the race is on. Rounding the first corner, they're neck and neck. Looks like Peter's staying out of Richard's way. It's a chance for Warner to pull out in front. But not for long. These Van Dolders are pros. Fourth corner, second lap. Richard is holding his own, but the Van Dolders are pressing hard. The final backstretch. Richard squeezes the throttle to the limit. It's now or never. He's going about 100 kilometers an hour, and here they come. Look out! Richard Warner takes the checkered flag. He's so excited he waves to the camera and pulls the kill switch, shutting down his engine. Undaunted, he plugs it in again and finishes his victory lap. Back at the finish line, he's a bundle of nerves. It's a wonder his legs will hold him, and that helmet may be on him forever. Well, Richard, what have you got to say for yourself?
Pardon me?
Thrill of a lifetime?
It's a thrill of a lifetime, you better believe it.